Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Skyrim. We're here in some Dreamer Ruins, as per usual, trying to figure out where the hell we need to go. It looks like down might be the answer. We did just throw a body down that way, and it didn't go crunch or anything horrible, so let's just keep on dropping. So I guess we could have just taken the path. That would have worked too. There's a farmer right here. Looks like he was waiting for us. So I'm kind of glad I did this, but he just dropped to his doom.
Who's there?
Actually, I think, yes, he did. It's a lot of Fulmer all of a sudden. What happened? How did we just alert like half the map? Or all the map, for all that matter. Yeah, okay. So I guess we don't need to drop. We could have just walked, but that's okay. We're hidden still. Kind of sucks that my arrow didn't seem to do very much there. Still red, but only occasionally? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see if the headshot works. Only a little bit.
Where'd you come from?
He is not moving. I have no idea, but I'm taking advantage of it.
That'll
There we go.
teach you.
I think more of them are coming. You want to raise that body strong? That's kind of what you do. Actually, I could probably do it. Don't I know a bunch of conjuration magic to do that? Let's see. Let's sort this by level and go for expert here. Don't I know? Yeah, Dread Zombie. Here we go. Okay, and we're back. The game crashed as soon as I pressed the button to allow me to memorize a summon spell, so we're not going to do that. We're going to follow the game's rules. No summons allowed. We go around this way. We should be able to get the Falmer that was here. Yeah, there we go. On the upside, we know exactly where this guy is. He's also going to probably drop for us here. Yep, there he goes. I don't know if he died or not. Again. It could be this whole section is just buggy as hell, so the sooner we finish it off, the better. I'm not saying we need to rush, that's crazy talk, but sooner rather than later. Okay, we're hidden again. Great. So if this guy just gets stuck, I'm fine with that. And if we can actually hit him, all the better. Though, now I'm not hearing any sounds. Why is the game being weird? Game. Oh, and now there's a skeever. Yeah, there's no sounds here. I'm not hearing any noises. Alright. Not sure what to do with that. We're gonna go through this section. I have no idea why I have no sound. But these guys are dying pretty fast. If we just go through this and save, maybe I need to, like, reboot or something. This is weird that I have, like, no sound at all. We'll just go through this section. I'm gonna guess this is just bugged all to hell. Is that the same guy I had? No, okay. There's one more guy somewhere. There's fire there. And there's a frick ton. Okay, something hit me. What was that? Oh, it was a spike trap there. I probably set off a trap. I'm like that. It's okay. We have plenty. Like, I didn't shout at all, so that was just weird. I'm sure. Take all the things. I have no idea what's going on. It could be just this section. Alright, we'll just avoid the flames. That's easy. We didn't take any real damage. I mean, some damage from the spike trap, but otherwise not so bad. Most likely, this place is just going to be full of Falmer we need to kill. And quickly, too, before the game crashes again. There's a certain point, and I don't know exactly where it is, but it's when your game reaches when your game save reaches a certain size, the game basically just says, fuck you, and stops doing anything. I don't think we're there yet. I think what happened was that there's some kind of conflict with the with some of the mods. We do have a lot of mods on, to be fair. We have, like, I don't know, 20, 25? I mean, that isn't very many compared to what some people have. I know some people have, like, 130 mods or something crazy like that. We are not those guys. Gonna take that stuff real fast, and not even going to bother looting. Don't even need to loot. We're good. I just want to get out of here and to the next zone, and then I'll probably need to restart the game. And at some point, we're going to find some more bad guys. I know there's more Falmer in here. Because I see a lot of oil on the ground that indicates that we are going to be setting everything on fire. If we're not careful. How do these guys know where we are? Yeah, just walk into the fire, jerks. Yeah, jerks. Walk into the fire. Get zapped. Sure, call up one of the guys as a zombie for a little while. Not sure that'll help us too much there, Serrana, but, you know, you do you. Nobody over there. Alright, nice, easy path. And... really? And Annabelle. Okay. Also, a lot of alchemical ingredients. I'm just going to go and take all of this stuff. I forget what this stuff is necessarily used for, but I'll take as much as I can. There we go. Some would require telekinesis and fiddling around, but we're not going to fiddle around because I feel like we're on a verge of disaster right now. Not even like game-wise, just save-wise. It feels like we're on the verge of disaster. Okay, that's probably the way out. I don't think we actually want yet. Okay, on the upside, this isn't very loud. On the downside, well, no, we're not going to die. It's going to be a little close. Serrana's going to get hurt, but she has ice powers, which actually helped out greatly there. Thank you, Serrana. Oh, she called up another zombie. She's like that. How'd she even see that zombie to raise it, though? That makes no sense. Look at the map here. What do we got? We are here. We need to be there. Did we pass it by? We might have. Alright. We don't want to go that way for yet. That's our way out. Once we get out, we save the game, quit, maybe even reboot, and go again. It must be up there. You know, I can take the damage. Whatever, I'll be on fire for a little bit. Big deal. Big deal. I've got a big health pool. We're fine. Did I miss it? It's like right here, apparently. Where the hell did it go? This over here? Wait a minute. No, I passed it by again. How did... Okay, there must be a door I'm not seeing. Again, the whole 2D representation of a 3D plane. Possibly it's above or below me, and I just can't realize it. Yeah, because according to this, I would have passed it already. What the hell? Where is it? It must be significantly far away from me because I don't see it at all. Alright, we're going to go down and see if this wraps at all. Like this here. Nope. There's some books here. Don't do anything. Dwarven dagger, sure. Farmer ear, which is disturbing, but is an alchemical ingredient, so I'll go ahead and take these. And that's it. It's like they're using them as bookmarks. Use the Falmer as a bookmark. Why not? There's plenty of the Falmer around. Take the cure potion. There's the pack with a torch in it. That's weird, but okay. Maybe it loops around here. Yeah, maybe I just didn't go far enough. And here we are here, but it seems so weird that we need to loop around again. That goes back to the ruins. That goes outside. We don't want to go outside yet. We want to go inside the cathedral to transcribe lexicon. How the hell do we go inside the cathedral? Ah. Okay, no, I'm still supposed to go down, I think. Yeah. I think this does loop a little bit, but in a weird way. I should be able to snipe these guys from somewhere here. Here we go. So snipe that guy. That guy. There you go. Shadow Master is going to be down for the count here. He doesn't even see me. Spider goes away. That's it, right? I think that's it. It is so weird to have no sound at all. I'm so used to our guy grunting and hearing these guys scream and everything like that, and none of it. It's creepy. Okay, this should just be a regular door. This shouldn't go into another zone. Yeah, okay. And then, of course, I'm probably going to set off all the traps. There might not be any traps. Kind of surprised there's no Falmer here, but this is the door we want. Okay. The thing is, this whole area might be bugged. So the safest thing to do is probably get through this as fast as possible. Don't step on any traps, of course. And then when we get back outside, we can restart and do all that stuff. But from here, it would not be safe. Because this is all part of the Dragonborn, or not the Dragonborn, the Dawnguard DLC. Which, again, might be a little bit conflicting with all the mods we have. Are we using iron arrows right now? They're still working, though. Take it. Guess we ran out of Elven. Oh, right. This is the tone thing. This might require sound. We'll see. Oh, that totally whiffed, but now they're distracted. Oh, come on, Serana. Freaking broke our cover. It's okay. The important thing is that all these guys get murdered. Okay, Torch Reaper just goes down, and Shadow Master is dead. There we go. I'm going up only because it seems likely that we have to go up to get a good vantage point. Yeah, here we go. Lever is important. And there we go. That opened up that. Sure, why not open this up too? I know we need to go fast. Peerless Alchemy. Who knows? Could be moderately better. It says Peerless. I don't know if that's the same thing as Extreme. I think we have Extreme Alchemy on us right now. Peerless should be like 30%, right? It's empty? Excuse me? They trolled us with an empty chest. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh. Who would have guessed it? It was a locked, empty chest. It just blows my mind. If I did that to my players in my tabletop game, they would be pissed. And rightfully so, I think. Oh, wow, this guy's just doomed. This guy's just doomed. So much for the Centurion. He barely even got a chance to do his flex. This goes to show. Don't flex. Just kill. Alright. Key to the lift. Alright, that's important. We need that. Alright, so we just need to be able to read the scroll, or have the device read the scroll. Up, and sure enough, we have vampires here. Something here. Somebody here is not friendly. Yep. These guys are not friendly. I have no idea who you are. Oh, you're just a vampire guy. Yeah, they're just being jerks. He's trying to hide. He doesn't realize I'm here. Well, and he never will. I mean, I can just take your stuff and take all of your stuff. And now you guys are naked in a Dream of Ruin, and your body's going to be eaten by Falmer. Though, probably not any Falmer from here. Most likely it's going to be like immigrant Falmer that like come in and realize the place has been empty. Okay, so let's go and activate this nonsense. And okay. I was not expecting a staircase, but that's good too. And here's Blackreach. Okay, so from here... This is actually kind of cool. I would love to hear sound here. So I think it's time to save the game. And close down. And I guess reboot? I have no idea. That's going to happen, so give me a moment, folks, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, maybe, possibly, all the issues have been fixed. We're just going to go ahead and say that's true. This seems dangerous. What is this? It did, in fact, shoot the crossbow. But it bounced, I think? So that probably resets it and shoots again? No, it doesn't. It didn't do it. I see there's a Centurion right there. Well, we obviously shoot the Centurion, right? I mean, how do you not? Anything else around? Don't really see much. There's no Falmer here, which is weird, right? That does seem strange. Alright, let's pop this guy. He's just asking for it. Just a little bit above him should do. Remember, this is a high quality bow, so we don't need to aim too far above. There you go. Actually, he's not dead. Because I only have iron arrows. God damn it. Ah, it was a whiff. I'm a bad shot. I'm bad at video games. I was a whiff again because I'm bad at video games. No more whiffs. I mean, he came right at me. If I had whiffed that one, I don't know. I would have to shut down the game, shut down my computer. I guess maybe hang it up. Never play a video game again. It would have been a very sad day. Fortunately, that didn't happen. But I don't feel proud of myself. I can't even pick up these mushrooms. They're too big to pick up. Okay, well, obviously we go for the giant door, right? I mean, how do you not? I mean, you follow the yellow brick road, obviously. If we find a fucking scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion on this journey, I might hang it up anyway. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope not. Sure, into the field laboratory. What could possibly go wrong? I know some people pronounce it laboratory. That completely disregards, Crimson Nernroot. What the hell? Direrum direnis. Discover the significance of the Crimson Nernroot. Yeah, okay. I am 611 years old. I've never had children of my own, but I have many nieces and nephews and cousins who have been raised with the tales and traditions of our ancient, illustrious, and occasionally notorious clan, the Direni. That sounds like a race in World of Warcraft, but I'm going to ignore that for now. Few families in Tamriel can boast so many famous figures, wielding so much power over the fate of so many. Our warriors and kings are stuff of legend, is not to dismiss their honor and their achievements, to say you have heard quite enough about them. I myself never picked up a sword or written an important law, but I am part of a lesser known but still important Direni tradition, the Way of the Wizard. My own autobiography would be of little interest to posterity, though my nephews, nieces, and cousins indulge me to tell wild tales of life in the chaotic second era of Tamriel. Shit. That would have been like 600 years ago? Something like that? But I have a few ancestors whose stories have been told. I guess he did say he was 700 years old. They may have changed the story as we know it, and as dramatically as better-known relatives, but their names are in danger of being forgotten. Most recently, Lysandius, the king of Daggerfall, was able to conquer his ancient enemies as the Sentinel, in part thanks to his court sorceress, Medora Direni. Her grandfather, Jelvern Direni, was imperial battle mage in the court of the Dunmer Empress of Tamriel, Kataria, assisting her in creating peace in a time of turmoil. His great-great-grandfather, Paladal Direni, had a similar role with the first potentate, and encouraged the Guild Act, without which we would not have all the professional organizations we have today. His ancestor, many times back, was the witch Raven Direni, who, with her better-known cousins Aiden and Raiden, brought in to the tyranny of the latter Elysian Empire. Before the Sigil of Artanium, it is said, she created the art of enchantment, learning how to bind a soul into a gem, and use that to ensorcel all manners of weaponry. But is the story of an ancestor even more ancient, more distant than Raven, I wish to tell. As Lily Direni harkens back to the humble beginnings of our clan in the tiny farming village of Tyrgel, on the banks of the river Calmus, which was then called Durin, hence the family name. Like all on Somerset Island in those days, he was a simple planter of the fields, but while others only grew enough to sustain their immediate kin, even distant cousins of the Durenis worked together. They would decide as a group which fields were best for wheat, orchard, vine, livestock, or apiary, and thereby always have the best yields of any farm which worked alone, doing the best as it could with what it had. Aslo had a particularly poor farm for most kinds of architecture or agriculture, but small herbs found its stony, loamless, acidic soil very comfortable. Out of necessity more than anything else, he became an expert on all manner of herbs. For the most part, of course, they were used in flavor and cooking, but as you know, hardly any plant grows on the surface of our world without a magical potential. Even so long ago, witches already were in existence. It would be ridiculous for me to suggest that Asili Direni invented alchemy. What he did, what we can all be grateful for, is that he formulated it into an art and science. There were no witches' covens in Tigreal, and of course there would be no mages' guild yet for thousands of years, so people would come to him for cures. He learned for himself the exact formula for combining black lichen and rue brush to create a cure for all manners of poison, and the amount of willow anther to crush and mix with chokeweed to cure diseases. That's one thing we don't actually see in the alchemical thing here, is we have like a big giant handful of, say, wheat, and we combine it with a big old handful of this other ingredient, and we somehow make a potion out of it. But we don't see, like, the process. Like, that would require you to, like, mash it up in a mortar and pestle, measure out a certain amount, measure out another exact certain amount, combine those together, cast a spell, and that should make yourself a potion, right? Because the actual bottle must come from somewhere. I'm assuming that's part of the spell, because otherwise it just manifests out of what? The mixture of ingredients? You just have a bottle lying nearby? Like, what exactly is the trade-off here? We don't know. But anyway, sidetracked. There were a few much greater threats in Tigreal in those peaceful days than disease or accidental poisonings. Yes, there were some dark forces in the wilderness, trolls, chimera, the occasional malevolent fairy folk, and will-o'-the-wisp, but even the youngest, most foolish Altmer knew how to avoid them. There were, however, a few unusual threats which Asliel had a hand in defeating. One of the tales told of him, that I believe to be true, is how he brought a young niece who had been suffering from an unknown disease. Despite his ministration, she grew weaker and weaker every morning. Finally, he gave her a bitter-tasting drink, and the next morning, ashes were found all around her bed. A vampire had been feeding on the poor girl, but Asliel's potion had turned her very blood into poison, without harming her in the least. If only this formula had not been lost in the mist of history. No shit, that sounds incredibly useful. This would have been enough to make him a minor but significant feature in the annals of earliest Somerset, but at that point in history, a barbarian tribe called the Lochbar had found their way down the Durian River, and recognized Tigreal as a rich target for raids. The Durini, not being warriors yet, but simple farmers, were helpless and could only flee and watch the Lochbar take the best of their crops, raid after raid. Asliel, however, had been experimenting with the vampire dust and brought his cousins to him with a plan. The next time the Lochbar were sighted on the Darren, the word went out, and all the most able-bodied came to Asliel's laboratory. When the barbarians arrived in Tigreal, they found the farms deserted, and assumed that all had fled as usual. As they set about stealing the bounty, they suddenly found themselves under attack by invisible forces. Believing the Durini farms to be haunted, they ran away very quickly. They attempted a few more raids, for their greed would always eventually overpower their fear, and each time they were set upon by attackers who they could not see. As barbaric as they were not stupid, and they changed their mind about the source of their defeat. It could not be that the farms were haunted, because the crops were still being tended and harvested, and the animals seemed to show no fear. The Lochbar decided to send a scout to the farm, to see if he could spy their secrets. Okay, this is not the way invisibility works. It's just not. That's the way chameleon spells work. But chameleon is lost, unfortunately, to the days of oblivion. And in Skyrim, chameleon just doesn't work. But if you turn invisible, you attack somebody, you become visible again. That's how invisibility has always worked since Morrowind. So what he's saying with the vampire, he turned out to have a superior invisibility spell? Or invisibility potion, I guess? Okay. Well, we'll skip the rest of this. We know what this is going on. I'm disturbed by the fact that they're not consistent with how invisibility works, but we're not going to worry too much about that right now. Grab the greater soul gems. Let's get out of here. Stop the rest of the story. It was a good story, don't get me wrong. I like reading stories, but we can't just sit here and read stuff all day. And we could, but probably not a good idea. Alright, well, this has been fun and all, but this is not what we want to be doing. I mean, sure, grab all that good stuff. Alright, so you're Sindrian. You have a journal. Let's go ahead and read this. This is actually relevant to the plot at hand here. Field journal. 4th era, 58, 2nd seed, Midas. What day is today? Aren't we in, like, triple digits? We're in Midas, 15th of Frostfall. I don't think we know what year it is. Well, it's got to be above 58 by like at least 3, right? I mean, his skeleton is here. And it's not even wet skeleton, so it's been here for a very, very long time. Maybe like 10 years? I don't know how long that actually takes. Spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirnroot, yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trilling sound this strange herb emits, it seems to taunt me, to push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became a field collector in my stead, and provided me with 5 score of Nirnroot, I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. This only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. Hold on. Is this the name of the guy who had the Nirnroot quest in Oblivion? 5 score sounds right? Shit, man, it's been so long since I played Oblivion. I remember there being a Nirnroot quest. We had to gather a shit ton of this stuff. It might be this guy. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayers was carried in my basement workshop at the West Weald Inn. The first thing I heard was the familiar tone, that unmistakable warble unique to the Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed a nernroot, but of a variety the likes of which I had never seen. The herb was awash in a spectacular way of red hues, each leaf seemingly emblazoned with innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move. I was completely transfixed. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of nernroot which is just such a unique property. Totally a botanist. Nobody normal would ever have that kind of reaction, but a botanist? Every time. No question. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who brought me this treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnesian, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently, he'd been exploring a vast subterranean network of grand caverns called Blackreach, and had stumbled across what he dismissed as a noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful, and he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked one of the crimson nernroot to bring home. He said that it took some time, but eventually it was pointed my way, and that perhaps I'd pay a fair price for it. Before I could gather my wits and ask anything else, Obeth offered to sell me the crimson nernroot sample, a map showing me how to reach Blackreach, and the strange key needed to breach its outer defenses. It took me mere moments to decide. Obeth left Skingrad 1,000 septims richer, but I would have easily paid 10 times that amount to obtain the sample alone. Well, gladly he didn't tell them that. It took me a year of planning, but I was able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way into Skyrim. Before delving headfirst into Blackreach, I knew I needed to set up a new laboratory, but wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to our Vusa Sarithe, a student of botanical alchemy who had a small farm near the city of Riften. With a name like that, she's got to be a dweemer. By bartering my knowledge of nernroot cultivation, I was able to secure a Sarithe farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the crimson nernroot a secret from Arusa, but imparted everything else I knew to her in exchange for her hospitality. A few months passed, but I was finally ready to enter Blackreach. I used the attunement sphere that Obeth had provided and descended in the depths. My goal was to gather enough crimson nernroot to produce my greatest alchemical creation to date. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate the crimson nernroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the enormous fungi that inhabits Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is a source of water, absorbing it from the most moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides the ideal environment for the nernroot to grow. Unfortunately, the crimson nernroot appears to have a vastly shortened lifespan, and they are in no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unencumbered. Yeah, good luck with that. 30 of them, though? That seems like quite the reach. Please tell me you gathered at least like 10 of them to start me on my way? No? I got a witchblade hood, though. That's kind of awesome. Might take that. Well. I don't need the trouser. I didn't need the okay, so... Alright. If I need to collect 30 of these things, hopefully they'll point me in a rough direction where I can do that. Nightshade and Vampire's Dust. I mean, the guy is a decent alchemist, apparently. He's got a whole bunch of stuff all over the place. Alright, see what the quest marker says here. Let's see. Return to your roots. 1 of 30. Yep, we need to collect 30 of those, but only if we really care about the whole nernroot thing. I mean, maybe? We need to actually transcribe the lexicon, though. So that's still going to be somewhere here in Blackreach. I mean, 30 of them somewhere here. If we mark the quest, maybe it'll just show us where they are. That seems like crazy talk, and it is. It's total crazy talk. Okay. That might be a quest we never do. It's very possible. I really don't see how we're going to get 30 of these things in any kind of reasonable amount of time. I suppose I should be taking the path, huh? Alright, we'll do that. Okay, so the thing we want... And we follow Yellow Brick Road. Ha ha ha. Tourist guy over there. Should be able to snipe him from here. Looks like there's Falmer all over the place. I'm still using just iron arrows. It should be enough to get their attention, and my bow is good enough. Yeah. Let's wreck him. Alright there, headshot. There you go. That's the kind of shots I'm talking about. Right there, right there. Still can't grab any of these mushrooms. That's crazy talk. Up, red root over here, though. Yay, we got 2. If we get like half of them down here while we're just doing stuff, maybe we'll go for the other 15, because they can't be that hard to find. but we're supposed to be looking for... I mean, I don't even know, man. I mean, ideally, we're not really looking for that. We'd have to scour this entire place. It's like the pages. It's like the pages. If you guys weren't here for that, there were some pages we need to look for a book for one of the spirits in the spirit realm. And while that's tempting, there were 30 of those to find as well. 32 of them or something like that. And basically we have to spend, I don't know how long, scouring the entire region with really no hints as to where or when or why. Like, we don't even know why. We know he wants it. We don't know what the goal is. Geode vein? Alright, I'm curious. Go ahead and mine this up. What do we got? But yeah, it's some interesting side quests, but they're totally side quests. They should fit into miscellaneous. They should not be marketing words. We got a black soul gem in the geode vein? What the what now? Okay, I guess if you want soul gems, this is the place to do it. Okay, I'm tempted to just sit here and do this for like the rest of the episode, but that seems a little crazy. Let's just do this for like maybe like 3 more soul gems. I mean, they're going to be petty or worse. I think we lucked out. We got a good random roll for the black soul gem. Really, I prefer grand, but whatever. There we go. Thank you. Immediately as I say that, it hands me what? I prefer another grand? Okay, sure. Black soul gem. Thank you. That'll do. Okay, works out. Let's save the game there, because that seems like something that might come up later. Okay, there's a door over that way. I'm kind of surprised there aren't more Falmer around. We probably have to go through there. Like, what are the chances we're going to be able to just go straight in? Probably have to go through the sewer, right? Seems likely. I don't know, the Crimson Nirnroot seems to like water too, so maybe inside? There's definitely a red one right there. No slaughterfish. Kind of surprised by that. Maybe it's just the way out. No, this is totally the way in. Silent City Catacombs. I don't know if we need to go in this way, though. I have no idea what the hell the Silent City even is.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Oh, Serana, don't even start with me. Like, you want to talk about time spent in caves? You know how much time I spent in caves in this game? Frickin' half our time, at the very least, you gotta be spent in caves. You know how many episodes we've done? 143. I will bet good money. Good, solid American money. I'll even bet, like, I don't know, any kind of currency you want, alright? Bet you gold bars. I'll bet you silver bars, silver bells, whatever you want, you know? Bet you virtual money, I'll bet you real money, I'll bet you anything. That we have spent at least 70 episodes in caves. I'll bet you. I bet you it's true. I bet you it happened. Spend enough time in caves, she says. As if she's one to talk. As if she's got any comparison to us at all. Okay, the Nirnroots do kind of glow. They're just kind of an offset glow. It is very strange, but they are kind of easy to spot sometimes. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if we're going to get to 15, but we might. At least they're easier to spot than the frickin' pages would have been in the frickin' Soul Realm. Yes, frickin' is my new curse word for today. Frickin' frack is also pretty good if you want to do that one. Friggin' frack's when you're really upset. Friggin's only when you're kind of upset. That's how that goes. I know I'm not on the path. It just seems like, I don't know, might be dangerous on the path. There's nobody here, though. There's, like, nothing here. It's a big old expanse of nothingness. There's a huge amount of space and nothing in it. I feel like I'm in a freaking MMO. Same problem for that, too. That's usually my problem with MMOs. There's just giant areas and nothing in them. They do it purely for sense of scale, I guess. Okay, we can go up to the Tower of Mazar, because it's actually where we want to go. The arrow's here. I guess so. Alright, let's go to the Tower of Mazark. Be kind of funny if I'm totally on the wrong quest. Hold on, let's actually verify that. Yeah, do I want to go back now, or do we want to go... No, we still want to go this way. Alright, I turned off the other quest, so this should be it. We're in the Tower of Mazark now, right? No miscellaneous quest. Yeah, we're in the Discerning the Mundane. That's where we want to be. Oh, somebody's here. This does not look like a Falmer setup. Glowing mushroom just inside of a pot? Are you guys weird? What it looks like is some kind of traveling adventure of some sort. Probably didn't make it very far, my guess. Though they set up shop here for sure. Really didn't need that plate, but whatever. The Armorer's Challenge, and we already know it. Alright. Suppose we did level up recently. I should probably go back to Malkarth and train more in blacksmithing. Rolls of paper. They're probably doing a... Oh, there's a scroll there. Scroll of candlelight. Useless to me. We should probably train more of our blacksmithing up if we can. Oh, come on. That was so close. Come on, game. You know you want to give it to me. There you go. Thank you. And it's just amulet. Stendar. Whoop de fucking do. I'm never taking off my current amulet. You crazy? Never gonna happen. Alright, there's definitely gonna be spiders here. No question. If not regular centurions. We probably gotta go up a set of stairs or a ramp or something. Ah, there we go. There's the ramp there. We went the wrong way. That's okay. Oh, never mind. I thought we'd be able to loop around this way. We cannot. Alright then. There's gotta be bad guys. There's no way this is just a nice, simple... Oh, well, maybe. Maybe the adventurer just managed to find the exact right spot, and he's just good to go, and he's up there right now, transcribing Elder Scroll after Elder Scroll. Hopefully we don't need to kill him. I mean, we did kill some random vampire guys, but to be fair, they were there to kill us first. We didn't loot them, though. Probably should have looted them for the vampire dust. Freaking invisibility potion that doesn't work the way invisibility potions should. There's no bad guys here. I am super surprised. Alright, then. Let's go and put this away. Okay, lexicon receptacle. We should have one of those things. There you go. And there's buttons. Buttons, buttons. Who's got the button? I don't know. This button? Nope. This button? Nope. This button. Oh, that's spiffy. I'm not sure that did anything, but sure. And this button. My guess is it's supposed to read something different here, so we probably need to sort this somehow. Let's see if the quest tells us what to do here. It just says transcribe the lexicon. It doesn't say how to do it. Alright, so chances are this needs to be filled up and these buttons need to be active also, because I can't press those because they're not as blue as these. Just rotate around a little bit. Something's rotating, I just don't know exactly what and how we're supposed to do. I know we're supposed to focus somehow. I'm just going to keep pressing buttons until we get there, I guess. Seems kind of a blind approach. None of these other things are doing anything, though. This isn't changing at all. Kind of seems like it's rotating somehow, but I don't exactly know how. Yeah, how are we supposed to do this? Let's see. How many? Yeah, we can activate the receptacle. No, it's blank. We don't want blank. Okay, the fact that those... Okay, so... Yeah, so it needs to be there. Alright, so maybe there needs to be something over on this side? It does look like a receptacle for, like, light or something, doesn't it? Like, it's supposed to shine somewhere and something like that. Don't see anything for it. Let's see. Just pressing buttons blindly is not going to get us anywhere. Okay, there's a neat little symbol up here. I'm not sure what that means. Don't suppose you have... Oh, you have a journal next to you to tell us. Okay, here we go. I weren't never one for writing about my life. The king priests of old deserve their stories told, but Droct is a simple man. So this isn't no journal, and I'm not telling any stories here. This infernal machine done worked its way into my brain space, and I won't leave till it's figured out. The whole contraption just sets like a dead horker if it doesn't have the box. Putting the box in the hole made it all come to life. 5 rings, but only 4 buttons? Most of them don't work most of the time anyhow. When the lights line up, more open, but they don't seem to help. just make another damn thing move. The old fleaback Khajiit that sold me the cube said something about the light through the knowledge to the machine rest on the cube. I remember because he made me say it back at him until I wanted to throttle him. So I did. Tried to leave, but wolves at the top and them eyeless freaks outside the tower. Gotta stay here till I get it right, and I will get it right. And apparently he didn't because he's dead. Okay. The light through the knowledge, through the machine, rest on the cube. The light through the knowledge, it's got to be the scroll. Through the machine, rest on the cube. Okay. I suppose you have anything. He wanted to make a rubbing. Interesting. I'm going to take that because we might need to make a rubbing too. Okay, that's the way... Not the way out. Oh, that might actually be the way out. Okay. So the light through the knowledge. So there's got to be an Elder Scroll somewhere. Where, I don't know. I'm guessing underneath. Which means we won't be able to see it, which I'm okay with because I don't want to go mad today. Not today, maybe tomorrow. But then how do we know it's through the knowledge? That's a very good question. Alright, let's push this button and see what this does. See, it just rotates around, but I don't see how that works for us. There's a lot of rotations and way too much to keep track of. But yeah, there's a bunch of spheres around, but I don't see any reflections going on. Like, it doesn't seem to change any of that at all. And none of those change at all. So it's just the bottom rings here. Oh, and there's another guy over here. Or actually, it looked like there was, but there isn't. Never mind. Nope, just empty books. The light through the knowledge. I mean, where is the knowledge? We have no idea, right? This symbol just rotates a little bit. I don't know how that matters. Like, would you just always want it focused on the same thing? Why would you want to change this? Okay. Well, let's just reset. Okay, so that's always facing that way anytime I press this button. Oh, I can't push it anymore that way. Okay. Now these other ones opened up. So I can push it back the other way. Oh, it turned blue. I'm gonna guess that's good. It's opened up like something should be happening. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. This one hasn't done anything yet though, so that's not it yet. So keep rotating it. Ah, there we go. It needs to go probably over here, but we'll see. Oh no, this worked. Oh, there's the Elder Scroll. Okay. So light through the knowledge. And it's transcribed. Runed. There it is. Okay, so we just had to basically press buttons until it worked. Alright, I'm happy with it. It'll work out. Great. So that's done. Let's get the hell out of here. And there's no loot that could possibly entice me right now. Let's go to Skyrim. Alright. Right. Yes, boils in the sunlight. I know. Get me out of here. Get me out. Get me out. Where the hell's the door?
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
There we go. Surprisingly, no one else to meet us here to murder us. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. This has been Skyrim. I'm Piece of the Universe here, Piece of the Universe 2. And it's time to go to Septimus.